Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So today I will presentation about factors affecting the success of second language acquisition. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Karina Candra Sari and I'm from second language acquisition and teaching C class. So let's start to the next slide. Learning a new language is a complex and multifaceted journey. While some people seems to pick up language effortlessly, others may find it challenging. What are the factors that contribute to success in second language acquisition? So let's start and talk about it. Okay, so for the first factors is macro environmental factors. These are broad society influence that impact language learning. Factors like naturalness, formal environment, the learner role in communication, silent period, and target language models may affect their acquisition of the second language. So let's talk about the naturalness first. Naturalness here mean when it only focus in communication, so it have limits for us when English is not our second language. And then let's move to the formal environment. Formal environment is just like school, so we talk about it, about the language, but it's not that good when we want to learn communication. And then the learner's role in communication, there is three ways. The first way is one way, it just listen or read the language. And then restricted two way, it means respond but not use the language. And then full two way, respond it with the language. Let's move to the silent period. Silent period means a baby or the learners is 1 until 5 years old, so they just receive the language but not produce it. And then the last is target language models. So our environment is always influence us to learn the language. So based on the researchers, peers are influence the language most. So for the next factors is microenvironmental factors. Microenvironmental factors refer to the immediate and localized influences that shape a language learner's experience. These factors directly impact the learning environment and opportunities available to the learner. Microenvironmental factors, including salience, feedback, and frequency, take part in influencing second language learner acquisition. So, what is salience? Salience is characteristic that make an item more visually and auditory. Next, we have feedback. Feedback is response that given to the learners. There is three kind of feedback. The first is positive feedback. It contains positive response. And the next is correction. It's response that correct the errors. And the last one is expansion. Expansion is fix and add more details. And the last thing is frequency. Frequency means the more you learn or hear a structure, the sooner it will be acquired. Now, let's explore internal processing. The learner's second language process are different for each individual. There are three internal factors operate as people learn a second language. Two are subconscious processors, which we call the filter and the organizer, and one is conscious processor called the monitor. So the filter is from each individual, like motivation. There is three kind of motivation. The first one is integrative or willingness, and then instrumental or you have purpose to learn the language. And the last one is social group identification because of the social. And next is attitude. So the learners should learns the language with full heart. And the last one is emotional state. The listeners extrovert or introvert. Next is the organizer. The organizer mean when you move from one language to other language. It's how much your brain take things. And the last one is the monitor. The monitor is the way you watch the language and feel like wrong about it, so you think about it. Next, effects of personality. The learner's personality also plays a significant role in influencing someone to acquire the language. The researchers have so far studied that self-confidence, empathy, analytical tendencies, personality, and monitor use affect learners acquire the language. Just imagine if pessimistic people who say, I can't learn English. Do you think he or she will learn that language better? No, I don't think so. So you need self-confidence and lower anxiety and tendencies to be outgoing to acquire better. Not just that, you also need empathy, so you need to hear another people to learn the language better. Then analytical tendency, you need to know you are feel independent or feel dependent people, so you will know which learn way is faster in you. The last one is personality and monitor use. So you don't have to watch your language too much. It will make your anxiety higher, so just talk, and if you have something wrong about that you speak, it's okay, you can fix it in another opportunities. Finally, let's consider the effects of age. Children and adults are different when acquiring the language. Let's take a look at it in proficiency, including pronunciation, grammar, and rate of acquisition. Additionally, there are some factors because sources of age differ, including biological factors, cognitive factors, affective factors, and language environmental differences. So in the pronunciation, younger rival had the last action than adult. But in grammar, adult can learn grammar more quickly than young learners. So rate acquisition, children might end up with better accent, but adults typically learn the basic faster, especially in area like syntax. Then let's move to sources of age difference. The first is biological factors. So adult brain and children brain are different, but both adults and children can learn language subconsciously. And then cognitive factors, adults think faster because they think more logically, but in the long run, children often become better speakers because they learn more naturally. And then affective factors, adults may feel conscious and filter out language input more, while children more open, allowing them learn better. And then language environmental differences. Adults manage conversation better, but children receive simple input but may not understand fully. In conclusion, successful second language acquisition is a complex process influenced by a multitude of factors. By understanding these factors, learners can identify their strengths and also weaknesses, and educators can create more effective and inclusive learning environments for everyone. Thank you. That's all from me. I hope this presentation provides you with valuable insight into the factors that shape successful second language acquisition. See you and bye bye.